Hi kids, today we want to talk about grammar. I really like to write, so I need to have good grammar. Let's begin. Alright kids, let's study the simple present. Okay kids, today I want to talk about how many and count nouns. What is a count noun? Dog is a count noun. I can count the number of dogs there are. 1 dog, 2 dogs, 3 dogs. A count noun can be singular and plural. What is singular? 1 dog, a dog, that is singular. Plurals, 2 dogs, 3 dogs. So when we have a count noun, we ask the question, how many? All right, there are 2 kinds of sentences that we use with how many. The first sentence, we don't know how many of the subjects there are. The second sentence, we don't know how many of the objects there are. All right, so in the first sentence, how many subjects are there? The second sentence, how many objects are there? For example, question, how many students always do their homework? The subject that we're looking for is the number of students. Answer, 10 students always do their homework. You see that? So how many students always do their homework? We're looking for the subject, students. 10 students always do their homework. Well, what's the sentence pattern? How many plus plural noun. When we ask how many, we always use a plural noun, of course. It has to be a plural noun. If you know there's 1 and you ask 1, then you don't need to ask how many, because you already know there's only 1. So of course it's a plural noun. Now maybe the answer is 1, maybe. But we must use a plural noun when we ask how many. How many plus plural noun plus time adverb plus verb plus object plus person plus place plus time. We answer subject plus time adverb plus verb or verb plus s plus object plus person plus place plus time. Remember, the subject and the verb must agree. In English, this is called subject-verb agreement. 1 subject, we need verb plus s. 2 or more, we can use the verb. For example, if I asked, how many students always do homework with their teacher at school every day? Let's say just 1 student. So I say, 1 student always does homework with the teacher at school every day. Let's say the whole class does the homework. 25 students always do homework with the teacher at school every day. So remember, when we answer, the subject and the verb must agree. 1 subject, verb plus s. All right, now let's look at sentence number 2. We don't know how many objects. Well, let's look at an example. How many pencils, remember, plural noun, how many pencils does Tom, that's the subject, does Tom always bring to school? Tom is the subject, and Tom brings pencils to school. Well, how many? He always brings 5 pencils to school. Let's look at the sentence pattern. How many plus plural noun, remember, plural noun, the noun plus an S, plus do or does, plus subject, plus time adverb, plus verb, plus person, plus place, plus time. Remember, the subject must agree with the helping verb do or does. One subject, we use does. He, she, it. The subject, he, she, it, we use does. If the subject is I, you, we, they, we use do. So the subject must agree with the verb, always. Answer, subject plus time adverb plus verb or verb plus S plus object, there's the answer, the object plus person plus place plus time. Remember again, the subject and verb must agree. Subject is he, she, it, we use verb plus S. I, you, we, they, subject, verb. Okay, that's very easy. When we're missing this object, we don't know the object, we don't know how many objects, we say, how many pencils does Tom always bring to school? He always brings 5 pencils to school. You see? Very easy. These are called count nouns. We can count them. If we can count them, we use how many. Okay? That's very easy. Now, look at this. Oh, this is called how much and uncountable nouns. What is an uncountable noun? An uncountable noun is something you cannot count. Water. You cannot say 1 water, 2 waters, 3 waters. Impossible. You can't do that. Water is an uncountable noun. We can't count it. It also means an uncountable noun means the noun is not plural. There is no S at the end. No S at the end. Also no in the beginning. So 2 sentences again. The first sentence, we don't know how much of a subject. The subject, how much? We don't know. The second sentence, don't know how much of an object. How much of the object? We don't know. All right, let's start with question number 1. We don't know how much of a subject. Remember, uncountable nouns use how much. All right, question. How much rice? Rice is an uncountable noun. Look at no S, nothing. How much rice usually feeds the kids? Look at that. When we ask how much rice, we don't know the subject. This verb must have an S. Must have an S. How much rice usually feeds the kids? Answer. A lot of rice usually feeds the kids. Look at that. The subject is an uncountable noun. No plural. So the verb is S plus S. How much rice usually feeds the kids? A lot of rice usually feeds the kids. What's the sentence pattern? How much plus uncountable noun. Uncountable. Plus time adverb plus verb plus S plus object plus person plus place plus time. Answer, subject plus time adverb plus verb plus S plus object plus person plus place plus time. So very easy. Just remember how much. We have an uncountable noun, and that verb must have an S. Okay, again, we don't know how much of an object. We don't know. Okay, let's look at the example. How much water? Water is an uncountable noun. How much water does the dog usually drink? The dog is the subject, right? The dog is the subject. The dog is doing the drinking. The dog usually drinks a lot of water. That's the object. That's the answer, the object. All right. Now, what's the sentence pattern? How much plus an unaccountable noun plus do does plus subject plus time adverb plus verb plus person plus place plus time. Remember, the subject must agree with the helping verb. He, she, it subject, does. I, you, we, they subject, do. How much plus unaccountable nouns plus do does plus subject plus time adverb plus verb plus person plus place plus time. Answer. Subject plus time adverb plus verb or verb plus s plus object plus person plus place plus time. Remember again, the subject and the verb must agree. Subject I, you, we, they, verb. Subject he, she, it, verb plus s. So, again, two kinds of nouns. Count noun. You can count them. Use how many? Uncountable nouns. You cannot count them. There's no plural. There's no s at the end of the noun. No s. We use how much. In Chinese, it's the same. Okay? But in English, two different kinds of nouns. Okay, very good. Okay, kids, let's do homework P. How many, plural noun, plus do or does, plus subject, plus time adverb, plus verb, plus person, plus place, plus time. Homework P. The answer is the object. We are looking for how many of the object. So, for the question, I'm going to color pink. For example, X cookies. So we're going to say, how many cookies? The answer, I'm going to color yellow. So for every question, I want you to color pink, the how many cookies, look at how many TV shows. And then we're going to color the answer. Remember, the answer is the object, yellow. All right, let's look at number 1. Subject, the kids, they, verb, to eat, object, X cookies, answer, 20 cookies, person, with somebody's parents. Well, look at here, the kids, many kids, so this somebody's is there. So, person with their parents. Place, at home. Adverb, often. Time, in spring. Question, how many cookies do the kids often eat with their parents at home in spring? How many cookies do the kids often eat with their parents at home in spring? Answer, they often eat 20 cookies with their parents at home in spring. They often eat 20 cookies with their parents at home in spring. Number 2, subject, John, he. Oh, John is one boy. Verb, to watch. Object, X TV shows. 2 TV shows. Person, with somebody's sister. John is one boy, so the possessive is his sister. Answer, with her. Place, in the family room. Adverb, frequently. Time, in summer. So John is a boy. We ask the question, How many TV shows does how many TV shows does John frequently watch with his sister in the family room in summer? How many TV shows does John frequently watch with his sister in the family room in summer? He frequently watches, does question, verb answer, needs an S. He frequently watches 2 TV shows with her in the family room in summer. He frequently watches 2 TV shows with her in the family room in summer. All right, number 3 is difficult for Taiwanese kids. Why? Well, let's do the problem and I will explain why. 3, subject, you, I. Verb, to draw with somebody, something, to draw with something. This with, that's the meaning. With, that's the meaning. This with and this with are not the same. This with means this. You see? With. See? Not the same. The with, 2 different meanings. Object, X crayons. Answer, 50 crayons. Person, with somebody's brother. Subject is you. Somebody is your. Answer, with him. Place, in art class. Adverb, sometimes. Time, in fall. Question, how many crayons do you sometimes draw with your brother in art class in fall? See? That confuses many Taiwanese kids. How many crayons do you sometimes draw with your brother in art class in fall? I sometimes draw with 50 crayons with him in art class in fall. I sometimes draw with 50 crayons with him in art class in fall. Number 4, subject, Ms. White. Ms. White, one girl, see, she. Verb, to take something. This something is the Uno card, see, one Uno card, X Uno cards. So you're going to take an Uno card. Take, the something is the Uno card. Object, X Uno cards, one Uno card. Person, with somebody's, mates, with them. All right, well, see this? Ms. White is one girl, so this possessive is her. Place, at school, adverb seldom, time, in autumn. Question, how many Uno cards does, Ms. White is one girl, how many Uno cards does Ms. White seldom take with her mates at school in autumn? How many Uno cards does Ms. White seldom take with her mates at school in autumn? Answer. She, seldom, she, question does, verb plus S when we answer. She seldom takes one Uno card with them at school in autumn. She seldom takes one Uno card with them at school in autumn. Number 5, subject, Tom and I. Tom and I means we. You. Verb, to study. Object, X subjects, 9 subjects. Person, with somebody's classmates. Tom and I, we. Tom and I means we, so somebody's is our. Answer, with them. Place, at school. Adverb, rarely. Time, in winter. All right? How many subjects do Tom and I rarely study with our classmates at school in winter? How many subjects do Tom and I rarely study with our classmates at school in winter? Answer. You rarely study 9 subjects with them at school in winter. Again, you rarely study 9 subjects with them at school in winter. Number 6, subject, you and Sam. You and Sam means you two. Answer, we. Verb, to do. Object, X pull-ups, 15 pull-ups. Person, with somebody's mates. Look at you and Sam, that means you two. The possessive is your. So with your mates. Answer, with them. Place, in the gym. Adverb, never. Time, every spring. All right, so question. How many pull-ups do you and Sam never do with your mates in the gym every spring? How many pull-ups do you and Sam never do with your mates in the gym every spring? Answer. We never do 15 pull-ups with them in the gym every spring. We never do 15 pull-ups with them in the gym every spring. All right, number 7, subject, Bess and I. Bess and I means we. Answer, you. Verb, to do. Object, X sit-ups, 40 sit-ups. Person, with somebody's pals. Well, Bess and I means we, so somebody's means our. So with our pals. With them, place in P class, adverb always, time every summer. How many sit-ups do Bess and I always do with our pals in P class every summer? How many sit-ups do Bess and I always do with our pals in PE class every summer? Answer. You always do 40 sit-ups with them in PE class every summer. You always do 40 sit-ups with them in PE class every summer. Number 8. Subject, Mr. and Mrs. Brown, they. Verb, to do. Object, X push-ups, 13 push-ups. Person, with somebody's sons and daughters. Somebody's, Mr. and Mrs. Brown, 2 people. Somebody's there, with their sons and daughters. Place, at the gym. Adverb, usually. Time, every fall. How many push-ups do Mr. and Mrs. Brown usually do with their sons and daughters at the gym every fall? How many push-ups do Mr. and Mrs. Brown usually do with their sons and daughters at the gym every fall? They usually do 13 push-ups with their sons and daughters at the gym every fall. They usually do 13 push-ups with their sons and daughters at the gym every fall. All right, number 9. Subject, the guys, they. Verb, to swim. Object, X laps, 20 laps. Person, with the gals. Place, in the lap pool. Adverb, often. Time, every autumn. All right. How many laps do the guys often swim with the gals in the lap pool every autumn? How many laps do the guys often swim with the gals in the lap pool every autumn? They often swim 20 laps with the gals in the lap pool every autumn. They often swim 20 laps with the gals in the lap pool every autumn. 10. Subject, the brothers, they. Verb, to run. Object, X kilometers, 1 kilometer. Person, with somebody's sisters. The brothers, many brothers, somebody's there. Place, at the track. Adverb, frequently. Time, every winter. How many kilometers? Oh, look, I changed. All right, this word has 2 pronunciations. Some people say kilometers. Some people say kilometers. Both are okay. Again, how many kilometers do the brothers run with their sisters at the track every winter? How many kilometers do the brothers frequently run with their sisters at the track every winter? Again, how many kilometers do the brothers frequently run with their sisters at the track every winter? Answer, they frequently run 1 kilometer with their sisters at the track every winter. They frequently run 1 kilometer with their sisters at the track every winter. Okay, how many is very easy. Okay, do your homework. Okay, kids, thank you for watching this video. Now I need you to do a big favor for me. I want you to like this video, and I want you to leave a comment for me. I want you to write, "Thank you, Mr. Radisha," and then leave your English name. Really appreciate it. Thanks.